Hi, today I'll be giving you some fabulous ideas to turn a basic store-bought cake mix into something a bit more special and into a really yummy creation. And I'm going to be talking about 5 ideas. The first is called a Give Thanks cake. It is a yellow cake with pistachio pudding topping that I've served on Thanksgiving, hence the name Give Thanks cake. The next item I'll be discussing is what I call a citrus cake, and then after that the pumpkin pie cake, then the pistachio cupcakes, and last but not least the blonde brownies. I hope you enjoy my recipes. Hopefully you'll try them. And I have 5 ideas to share with you today. The first is a cake that I've typically served for Thanksgiving. It is it's a yellow cake mix baked into a fancy baking dish with pistachio pudding used for the icing. And then on top, I lay mandarin oranges that I've topped with sugar and allowed to sit. And I just served that in the dish with the pistachio pudding on top and the oranges lined up in rows and columns. And the next idea is something that I call a citrus cake. And what that is a lemon cake with pieces of mandarin orange in the cake. And then you have a lemon icing with mandarin oranges in the icing, and you can decorate it with mandarin oranges if you so choose. And the third thing is called a pumpkin pie cake. And what that is you take a can of pumpkin, and there's going to be a recipe on the back for pumpkin pie, and you mix that up, but you don't include the, what is that called, pint milk? It's evaporated milk, I believe. You don't include that, and you put the pumpkin in and all the spices into your white cake mix or whatever kind of cake mix you choose, vanilla cake mix, and you mix that up, and you get this nice, rich flavored pumpkin pie cake. And to give it an even richer flavor, you ice the cake and you use marzipan for decoration. And what looks really nice is if you bake the cake in a pumpkin-shaped pan, you ice the cake with orange icing, give it some green icing for the stem, and then use marzipan cutouts that are food colored to look like leaves and, what is that called? Like a sprout on the stem, you know, where you would pull it away and give it some leaves on there. Green leaves and then festively full colored leaves. And that's a nice, rich tasting cake. It's a good cake. And the third suggestion are pistachio cupcakes. And these are a unique type of cupcake. What you do is you mix pistachio pudding in butter cake mix or yellow cake mix, and you just bake it like that. And the third option is actually a blonde brownie. And this recipe idea was actually from my chemistry teacher in 10th grade. She put a recipe for blonde brownies involving cake mix and vanilla pudding on the overhead. And I started to write down the recipe, then I threw it away. But I remember there was cake mix and vanilla pudding and large package of vanilla pudding, and chocolate chips or some type of chocolate. Now, last time I made this, I had a butter recipe yellow cake mix, 1 box of that, and I had a large package of vanilla pudding, and I used semi-sweet chocolate chips and white chocolate chips, approximately 2/3 of a package of each, I think. And for all of these recipes, you just mix them up as though you're making a regular cake. You just add the other ingredients in there. But in the case of the Thanksgiving cake, I call it the Give Thanks cake because and I've typically made it on Thanksgiving. There's no added ingredient in the yellow cake mix. You just ice it with pistachio pudding. And so that's a unique idea. And you would want to store the cake once it's covered in pistachio pudding in the refrigerator. And please do comment, please add your own cake ideas of things you do with cake mixes. You can make really cool things with basic mixes such as cake mix or chocolate chip cookie mix. And you just have to experiment to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And if you have any ideas, I would love to hear about those through any comments or ratings, through any comments. And please rate, please comment, please favorite, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll try some of my recipes and let me know what you think. Thank you.